individuals that are saying, you know what, we want to come and serve in South Africa, all the way from America. So I'm looking forward to having this conversation with her and finding out about, yeah, just her experiences, what has been good for her about South Africa, the experiences, the lessons that she's learned, and all of that. Emma, welcome. How are you? Welcome to the Lifestyle Show.
Hi, I'm great. Thank you.
Good. Excellent. I'm so happy to finally have this conversation with you and yeah, to find out about your experience. I mean, all the way. Wow, what's it? 9,000 miles away from home, coming all the way to South Africa. Uh,
Yes,
yeah, that's a long, you're a long way away from home. You're a long way
it
away
was
from home.
a 32 day or 32 hours of traveling to get here. So
Wow.
almost 2 full days.
Sure. So you've been brave and courageous to get to where you are now and to come and yeah, be immerse yourself in the South African culture. So Emma, I think first things first, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you've been. I mean, you grew up in the States and of course what brings you here to South Africa.
Yeah, of course. So first, thank you for having me. My name, as you said, is Emma King, and I'm from Kansas State University. So I live in the state of Kansas States. A four-year student studying communications, minoring in leadership studies and interdisciplinary conflict resolution. And so I'm here in South Africa through International Service Teams, which is a program through my school. And we're working with our amazing partner, Volunteer Manzanza Africa, just here to learn more about other cultures, other perspectives, and just grow our leadership skills.
Indeed. And how long are you staying in South Africa, if I may ask? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm here for the whole month of June.
Mm.
I just completed my first week and a half. I've been working about 40 hours a week
Wow.
in the work week, and I'll be continuing that throughout the rest of the month of June.
And how has the stay been in the community that you are staying in? Which, of course, yeah, you can tell us the community and, of course, how the stay has been.
Yeah, so I'm staying in Ocean View, and it has been so lovely so far. I have never experienced such a welcoming invitation, and it's just been so lovely. Every single person is just open arms, quite literally, giving many hugs with many embraces. It's been so lovely meeting so many people within the community that I'm working alongside with.
Hmm. You spoke about working in the community. So you've come as a student, but you've come to also work and to serve the community of Cape Town. So what service work have you been placed in, and also what have you done so far?
Yeah, so I've actually been placed in multiple organizations so far, which is kind of a good thing because I get to be in a vast amount of spaces. So first, right now, I am at Living Hope. I've been working in their healthcare center, and what a lovely program that is, that nonprofit, Christian-based um, nonprofit that they have here. The organization is wonderful. And I'm working with them alongside their administration. And I'm also assisting with Volunteer Manzanzi Africa's social media pages, some of their communication needs. And then I also got the opportunity to conduct interviews for those applying for the Chrysalis Academy.
Mm.
So a large different area, all kind of in the realms of my degree, but yeah, getting a lot of um, different organizations in while I'm here. So it's been
Mm.
good.
I love it. And it helps you to get a lot of insight, to get insight as to what is happening, within the nonprofit sector in South Africa, and maybe helps you decide as well, which area you would love to go into, work full time in.
Yeah, funny that you mentioned that because that even though I am a fourth year student, I still am passionate about so many different areas and
Yeah.
exploring all I can. So that's been such a benefit even for me is just able to put myself out there and get to have all this work experience
Mm.
in just a lot of different areas that aligned with my passions and morals as well.
Absolutely. So you've also you've obviously come into a very, I can maybe say for you, a cultural shock you've experienced in South Africa, because we are very different in terms of how we live here in South Africa, compared to the States, compared to anywhere else in the world. I think every country has its own, unique way of living. So how has that been for you? How have those experiences or the differences been for you?
Yeah, there's been quite a lot of little tiny differences. It would just be the small things like driving on the left side of the road instead of the right, or just even the food. But it's been fun just learning and just kind of getting out of your traditional environment and um, just gives you an amazing opportunity to grow and look at different places in the world and just see how their operations function and whatnot. And I would say the biggest difference for me would just be the people of South Africa. So
Mm.
just I really, that would be like my main point, is just that such a welcoming environment. Every single South African that I have met has interacted with love, with not only to me, but just to their friends, their family, and to
Mm.
strangers. Relationships are heavily prioritized, as what I've seen in South Africa, and it's so beautiful to witness.
No, absolutely. We take our relationships very seriously. We are about community.
I
uh,
see it, I feel it.
Incredible. So now you've obviously been exposed to what our country and the I would say the backstory of how we got to where we are now as South Africans and South Africa as a whole. Um, do you know what are your takeaways from those experiences, especially looking at how apartheid was able, to impact marginalized communities within South Africa?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what's super great about the program that I'm here with, International Service Teams. We had to take a 9-week prep course before even arriving to South Africa, just so that we're culturally aware about and knowledgeable about the history and culture of South Africa. And so that was impactful to be able to educate myself before even arriving here. Maybe the biggest takeaway I have is just how recent these events have been. Um, with apartheid ending in 1994, it's indescribable. That's just a few decades ago, and how that was within so many people's lifetimes. And within working in Ocean View, I'm firsthand seeing the people that have experienced and are experiencing the harsh conditions of that segregation. But through all of that, the people of South African communities are so resilient. They are strong, and above everything else, they are kind. And they're kind to me, even to welcome me into their communities, and that we get to work alongside with each other. And that's just beautiful.
Incredible. Now, I love that you say, you talk about that resilience that South Africans have, and I think that that's definitely one thing about us. We are resilient, and that strength and that kindness, indeed, that empathy. That irrespective of what has happened, we continue to be empathetic towards one another, and also to others as well. That come into our space, and continue to thrive in whatever it is that we are doing. What is the biggest thing that you have learned from the South African people, that you want to take back home with you and you want to implement? Of course, I think you've mentioned a couple already, but if you could just emphasize.
Yeah. So there's so many things I want to take home, but I think America and maybe just the world as a whole are very quick to judge. And when in South Africa, as I mentioned, just so much love. And I think if people embrace that loving humanity that South Africans have, who knows what the world could look like. And especially their Christian-based faith and how strong that they um, grip to their religion, and seeing it even in workplaces, just I think goes in hand to with South Africans' characters. So
Mm.
I think those are the two things that I will take home with me.
Hmm. Incredible, Emma. Thank you so much. So when do you leave? What's the plan? Are you gonna come back full time? Should we be, rallying
I
together
will.
and saying Emma King must stay in South Africa?
I leave in the end of the month, the 29th. But I will be back. So who knows how soon, but I will be back for sure.
Incredible. So you have your own plans. You're not going to be telling us those plans, okay? But we hope to catch up with you if you are back, and even if when you're home, just to find out how things have been with you ever since, your stay in South Africa. And all the best for the rest of the month. I mean, we're still early in the month. I mean, the 10th of June. So yeah, I really hope that you grasp and just, take in everything like a sponge, and
Absolutely.
learn and as much as you can. Ask questions as well. Like you said, South Africans are people that are very open, warm, and kind. So yeah, ask as much as you can. We're here for you.
Definitely. I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn. I'm here to grow. And so I definitely have so much to learn. It's only the first week and a half. So yes, more to
Imagine.
come.
And you're really on like,
I know. I feel
national
so
radio. Hey now.
made it big time. Yeah, I'll definitely be telling my communication teachers about it.
Hmm. Thank you so much, Emma King, for joining us. We really, really appreciate you.
Absolutely.
And may God just expand
Thank
your
you.
territory and continue touching, lives and using the gift that God has given you, to serve your various communities, the communities of the world.
Ah, thank you so much. It's
Have a
great
good
speaking with you.
afternoon. Bye
You as
bye.
well. Bye.
Bye. Oh, family, there you have it. Beautiful, beautiful.